guys, we are back with another song by Eminem. And which one are we doing today?
So today we're doing a song called Don't Front, which, as I mentioned, I'm actually not familiar with this song. So I pulled it up. Obviously, I listened to like the first 10 seconds. I think I may have heard it once, maybe, but this is really like a first time reaction for me.
Are you like for real first time? Like I can write that?
You can. Like again, if I maybe I heard it like in passing or like a snippet or something, you know what I mean? But this is not a song I'm familiar with. Yeah, so I have the lyrics pulled up like usual. I haven't read them. S-
About it.
So I'll read the info about it. It says a bonus track from the Marshall Mathers LP2 available to anyone who ordered the Call of Duty Ghosts and Marshall Mathers LP2 bundle.
So you had okay.
And then it says it was also a bonus track on the Best Buy version of the Shady XV, the Shady 15-year anniversary.
Interesting. So you
Yes.
just didn't have either of those two things and were just never really made aware of the song.
Yeah. And then it says, so a little backstory on it says it samples the beat from the 1993 song I Got You Open by New York group Black Moon with the same hook by Buckshot.
I don't know
Yeah, so it's an old school. I didn't listen to them. Buckshot, I believe, is a member of Black Moon. Um, it's weird. Just like last week, I heard that song, the original.
that.
Yeah, because Hot 97's doing like a thing about the 50 years of hip hop and whatever. This was one of the songs they were playing. Yes.
But yeah, so just to clear things up, so the way our channel works is I show him a song and he shows me a song. He's currently going through all of Eminem's discography in order. And I don't know, and he doesn't know what song we're going to show each other until we start the video. So I didn't know what song it was going to be until we just started. So considering that we still do the video even if we know it, because we also do breakdowns. So it's a reaction breakdown channel. So if we know the song collectively, then it's a breakdown. And if one of us doesn't, then it's at least a reaction for one of us.
Yes. So this is a unique one where neither of us really know the song,
Yeah,
right?
think,
Yeah,
I don't think I know.
I mean, you never even heard of Buckshot.
It's shocking if I
Yeah.
know it.
Yeah. So it'll be in. So I will say, I think I've mentioned this before. I am terrible at like catching bars on songs that I hear for the first time. Because what happens to me is what you talk about happens to you all the time. You'll catch you'll catch something and you'll be like processing it in your brain, and then like so many more lines will go by. Yeah.
Like in that whole period of time, half the song has played.
Yeah. So like I usually need multiple listens to even figure out if I like a song. Do you know what I mean? Let alone understand it, you know?
So for me, the first listen tells me if I like it or not. If I have to listen to it multiple times, then eventually I like it. I don't think I really like it. I think I just recognize it and I'm familiar with it. You know what I mean?
So I'll add the caveat with hip hop in particular I'm talking about. Other forms of music, if it sounds good to me, you know what I mean? I'll like it, you know? But like in
It's too song you don't know the lyrics. That overall first vibe you get, you could either like it or hate it. And then you read the lyrics and either you love the song and now you're like, this sucks. Or you read the lyrics and you're like, oh, I really like the lyrics, but I still don't.
yeah, for sure. All right, so we will give this a listen. We'll still do our same format. We'll pause at what the after the verse and the chorus maybe, and then we'll sometimes three.
Avoid those because that's a long time. I
S-
don't want to say
Well, then
songs.
the other part is weird if we listen to it straight through and then we try to read it through our breakdown like we do, that gets tedious. Like as annoying as the pauses are, playing a song and then breaking down all the lyrics for like 20 minutes straight, it's like, that gets rough.
Yeah, and for those of you who get mad when we read the lyrics and then break it down, we've tried videos where we don't read the lyrics and just break it down, and it's very confusing because we're like, wait, what are you even looking at? And then we start looking at each other like, what are you saying? And then it doesn't make any sense, so we have to read it. Just trust our process.
Or just don't watch us. That's fine.
No, just trust the process. It's fine. You'll be fine. It's only a half hour. But this video is sponsored by Chomps. It's officially my favorite beef jerky in the whole world now. I love beef jerky and meat snacks. Big on meat. Currently a keto carnivore. For specific things, if you want to know more about that, you can find me on TikTok. If you can find me, my own personal account. If you can find that, then you'll know all about why I'm doing this. But um so yeah, I love Chomps so much. It is all grass fed or free range, all ingredients you can understand with nothing really foreign unless you don't know what lactic acid or coriander is, but I think most of us know what that is. And those are the most foreign ingredients on this list. So all in all, very good for you, very amazing. I can't stop eating them, and I'm ordering more later because I think I have like three left and I need more. And you can use our promo code, it's with Smith. I'll put it right here. And you'll save 10% off all orders and an additional 10% off subscriptions. And the link is also in the description below. And you can also use this promo code for SeatGeek, which is a ticket website where you can get tickets for concerts, sporting events, comedians, monster truck shows, magicians. I don't know. Anything you get a ticket from, they should have it. And we actually used it before we were sponsored by them. We got tickets to see Kevin Hart, Chris Rock, and Dave Chappelle at Madison Square Garden. Dave Chappelle was a surprise, so it really wasn't tickets for him, but he was there anyway. And so was a real life goat that they named Will Smith. Um, and it was a seamless experience. We purchased the tickets on our cell phones. We showed our cell phones at the door, no paper, super easy, would 120% do it again. And the promo code will give you $20 off your very first purchase. And the link for that's in the description below. There's also our Amazon storefront in the description below, a bunch of James and I's favorite items. We are constantly adding to it. And there are a lot of good deals or sales on some of those items as well. So if you love Amazon and you love stuff, check it out because there's a lot of good stuff there. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on all social media channels. Our handle is here. And if you can find me on TikTok, good luck because I don't think you will. But yeah, so that's enough from me. And let's get to the song because that was like 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're seven
It's
and a
only
half
getting
minutes in.
longer.
Yes. All right, here we go. So don't front.
I won't.
Used to get bent, now I represent. Pencil is full of insulin bullets. I'm like a Doberman pinch. You'll be pulling the rot mixed with it. Toxic a plot begins to thicken out. Begin to spitting like vintage pop. Diminic, demonic, sinister. Ever since the doc replenished me the day he gave me that shot when I was just about to quit. So to not see him with me would be a shocking image. And I'm the definition of what a concrete chin is. Cause no matter how many times you sock me in it and knock me to the canvas, even the boxing critics know that if I get off to a rocky start, I'll always have a rocky finish. Eat me broccoli, spinach, cocky, nope, but I hope I offended you when I told you how dope I imit this and put emphasis on the dope. So when names come up in that conversation of who's the dopest, better throw mine in it and don't mind me while I remind you of the flow you won't find anywhere when it fires and I unload my pen explode till there's no rhymes in it. Reload in no time, letting souls fly every 60 seconds that go by, so you know I meant it. In school I was so shy, timid. 2 pairs of jeans I'd alternate. Bummy clothes I remember begging my mom for came up McGregor's, cause those were new. Say Vincent DePaul, those ponies were used and no size fitted. But kiss them old days, out of your side did it. They said I was a gimmick, now I'm the one that those guys mimic. Now you fuckers don't wanna go starting no argument, cause you know I win it. Name a flow that's more often and don't front.
You know I got you open. Don't front. You know I got you open, kid. Don't front. You know I got you open, kid. Don't front. You know I got you open, kid. Don't front. You know I got you open, word. Don't front. You know I got you open, kid. Don't front. You know I got you open, kid. Don't front. You know I got you open, kid. Yeah, why you frontin'? You know I got you open, kid. Rest in
It's like really, really, really old school.
Very much so.
It's like more like it's like 80s, right?
It sounds like it, honestly. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Black Moon. I don't know what year that song was released. Yeah. I don't, I don't listen to them. You know what I mean? They were before my time, before I was even into hip hop. So yes, very, very old school. And
Very
he
nice, very different from what's on the radio today.
Yes, and he's rapping like they rapped back then. You know what I mean? I mean, it is a step up. He's got more complex, compound, internal rhymes.
It's like this back then.
Yeah. No, it's very it's complex, but his flow is awesome. So we'll read through this and see what we could figure out. So he says, used to get bent, now I represent to the fullest. Pencil is full of insolent bullets. So the rhyme scheme is just sick from the beginning. The you see now I represent to the fullest, pencil full of insolent bullet. It's crazy.
Yeah, like that's kind
I'm like a Doberman pinscher, pit bull, and a rot mixed with a toxic. Is that mixed with a toxic? Let's see. I have the lyrics here.
of bunch of different things.
Yeah, he does. The lyrics here say mixed with a toxic.
What's a toxic?
I don't know. Maybe like a toxin, toxic waste. I'm assuming. Interesting. The plot begins to thicken. I begin to spitten like vintage Pac, demented, demonic, sinister. Ever since the doc replenished me. So this is
Like Dr. Dre.
yes, spitting like a vintage Pac. So he's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Ever since the doc replenished me, the day he gave me that shot when I was just about to quit. So to
Because it's like shot, as in like a
doctor.
shot from a doctor or like a chance.
Yes. Yeah. That's sick. So to not see him with me would be a shocking image. And I'm the definition of what a concrete chin is. So he could take a punch.
Yeah.
Because no matter how many times you sock me in it and knock me to the canvas, even the boxing critics know that if I get off to a rocky start, I'll always have a rocky finish.
And also the concrete chin. People get
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Now this is interesting. So this bar with the rocky kind of goes in with the concrete chin. You know what I mean? Like rock. This is a this is an amazing bar. If I get off to a rocky start, I'll always have a rocky finish.
so like
Yeah,
it's like a boxer or something.
yeah,
I never saw them.
yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, he's like the underdog. He's like old, washed up, but like, yeah. And then he says, eat me broccoli, spinach, cocky, nope. But I hope I offend you when I told you how dope I am at this. And put emphasis on the dope. So when names come up in that conversation of who's the dopest, better throw mine in it. And don't mind me while I remind you of the flow you won't find anywhere. Where it fires and I unload, my pen explodes.
What is with the eat me broccoli spinach?
I think he's
It makes you like
strong. Yeah, that's just how I interpret it. Yeah.
so I never understood why that was like such a thing. Like, oh, spinach makes you strong, gives you muscles. Like eating meat gives you muscles.
Yeah.
Protein.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know where that came from, like why the Popeye people said that. I mean, it's good for you, but like, yeah, for sure. And then yeah, so this is just a crazy. I'm really enjoying like his rhymes and the way he's delivering them to this like old school flow, and it's just like shit talking, but like all about his skills, which I mean he does normally, but there's something about him on this beat makes it like really cool.
Like an old flow.
Yeah. Says you won't find anywhere where it fires and I unload. My pen explodes till there's no rhymes in it. Reload in no time. Let insults fly, even 60 seconds that go by, so you know I meant it. So that's sick. His pen explode till there's no rhyme. So, literally until he doesn't have any more rhymes. And then he reloads in no time and then 60 seconds. So no time, 60 seconds, kind of little scheme there. So I meant it. In school, I was so shy, timid, two pairs of jeans. I'd alternate, bummy clothes. I remember begging my mom for Kmart McGregor's because they were new. St. Vincent de Paul, those ponies were used and no size fitted.
I'm not familiar with those brands or like anything like that, so I don't know what that means.
Okay, so I do have the lyrics, but before I look to see if there's any annotations on it, I will say so ponies are sneakers. So I'm assuming McGregor's are sneakers as well. St. Vincent de Paul, I'm not sure what that's a reference to. Let's see real quick. Okay, so McGregor's were just a type of sneaker that apparently were popular at the time. The Society of St. Vincent de Paul is a Christian society who helps poor people in need. M's family had to rely on those forms of kindness when he was growing up. Interesting.
Okay.
So, yeah, he had beat up ponies, which are the brand of shoes, and he really wanted the McGregors from Kmart. And yeah, I guess she couldn't afford them. He had to get them from, those groups.
Yeah.
Then he says, but kiss them old days, adios. I did it. They said I was a gimmick. Now I'm the one that those guys mimic. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's a sick bar. Now you fuckers don't want to go starting no argument because you know I'll win it. Name a flow that's more authentic and don't front.
So that comes in with the title.
Yeah, I like the gimmick, mimic, win it, thinnic. It's nice. Yes, and then it goes to the chorus, which is "Don't front, you know I got you open, kid," which is it's the sample from "I Got You Open," which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they spell it. The title in the original song is OPIN. That's just the way they spell it, I guess, to be cool. Yeah, I gotcha open.
What does it mean?
Oh, like does that have you open? So it's weird. So that phrase is still in use like today in societies. Like like d- dudes will say that like if they're talking to like a chick, like oh I got her open. You know what I mean? Like she's interested. So not necessarily, although that could be that. But like oh if you're like open, you're like or you're like yeah so receptive in that context or like emotional like you're open instead of instead of like being closed off. You know what I mean? It's like I got you open. All right, so we heard that. Let's pick up here.
He like beat him up and like split him open.
No, I don't. Oh, interesting. I got you. I don't think they mean it in that context, but that's interesting. All right, let's keep going.
Yo, why you frontin'? You know I got you open, kid.
Rest in peace, the big proof you was a beast. You lyrically mirrored me, molding my flow off of you. Your spirit's flowing through me. I love you, duty. Without you, I feel so incomplete. I'm no king, no need for rose petals to be thrown at my feet. I'm a thrown in your side, get thrown into a throne, but I watch the fucking tone with you speak. Feel like I'm in a zone, I'm in a whole different league. I'm a motherfucking own, it's just me. No opponents can compete, and I've never been known to retreat from beef, BB. Follow trends or wallow in defeat. I'm still hungry as fuck, but can't even say bon appetit, cause I don't know what to eat. Fucking microphone or the beat. Bitch, nobody's mind works like mine. It's nose to the grindstone time, Holmes. Your mind's blown, cause I rhyme like I'm still trying to get signed up in the Ebony Show. Case with the 9 screaming, who the fuck passed you the mic? Never asked you to like my shit from the get. I'd rather ask you to wipe my ass, bitch. You had you a nice run to take a hike. I ever meet my match, I'ma strike that bitch first. Cause on the mic I gotta represent the real rappers. The real rappers get the motherfucking skills cracking. Word to Buckshot and True High, why the fuck not? You don't like it, suck a cock, almost forgot. Before I signed with the doc, I almost signed with Duck Down. Cause Walkers didn't make no offers, a motherfuck loud. They jerked me around, so what's up now? Wow, how much of an asshole would I sound? Like rubbing it in and holding some grudge now. But don't front.
I got you open. Don't front. You know I got you open, kid. Don't front. You know I got you open, kid. Don't front. You know I got you open, kid. Don't front. You know I got you open, word. Don't front. You know I got you open, kid. Don't front. You know I got you open, kid. Don't front. You know I got you open, kid. Yo, why you frontin'? You know I got you open, kid.
Lay that.
All right, it's our last pause. Okay, so verse 2, he comes in. He says, "Rest in peace to Big Proof." They spelled peace wrong. You was a beast. You lyrically mirrored me, molded my flow off of you. Your spirit's flowing through me. I love you, duty. So that's what he called him. Without you, I feel so incomplete. I'm no king. No need for rose petals to be thrown at my feet. I'm a thorn in your side. Yes. I'm a thorn in your side. Get thrown into a throne. Yeah. But he means like into it, I think. You know what I mean? Yeah. Better watch the fucking tone that you speak. Feel like I'm in the zone.
Got it.
Nice. I'm in a whole different league. on my motherfucking own. It's just me. No opponents can compete, and I've never been known to retreat from beef. Beep, beep. Follow trends or wallow in defeat. So is he actually saying beep, beep?
I heard beep beep.
It sounded like it.
Beep beep.
Let's see. Oh, from beef. It says B beat, not beep beep. B like BE and then space BEAT.
It sounded like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, B beat. Follow trends or wallow in defeat. So he's saying you're gonna be beat, and then you could either follow trends or wallow in defeat. I'm still hungry as fuck, but can't even say bon appetit because I don't know what to eat. Fucking microphone or the beat.
Beep drink.
That's a sick fucking line. That's like really good.
And
So
still
yeah,
like
B beat. Yeah, that's not what he's saying though. Yeah, it is. So I'm hungry as fuck, but can't say bon appetit. Which do we know what's that translate to? Is it like a enjoy,
bon appetit.
eat up, enjoy your food or something like that? It's something.
Let me see.
Okay, but then so he does hungry and then bon appetit, which is obviously like what the chef would say or the waiter at least when they put the food down at the table.
Enjoy.
Enjoy your meal. Okay, I knew it was something like that. So yeah, so there's the food scheme there, and then he says, "Because I don't know what to eat," so obviously goes back with hungry and bon appetit, the fucking microphone of the beat. So that's cool. He's like, "Do I eat this beat or this mic?" Nice, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Nobody's mind works like mine. It's nose to the grindstone time. Holmes, your mind's blown. Because I rhyme like I'm still trying to get signed. Up in the Ebony showcase with Danon screaming, "Who the fuck passed you the mic?" So that part, it sounded like it was actually might have been Danon Porter, who's, in D12, saying, "Who the fuck passed you the mic?" So I'm not sure about this. So obviously, I rhyme like I'm still trying to get signed, meaning he's hungry. You know what I mean? He's still like got that desire. But he says the Ebony showcase. So I'm assuming Eminem and Danon were performing at an Ebony showcase. It seems like that's what it is. And then he says, never asked you like my shit." I think they're missing a word here. Never asked you to like my shit from the get. I'd rather ask you to wipe my ass, bitch.
I'm saying some crap. It's just wondering why it's even.
No, so that sounded like Danon's voice saying that. Let's see if there's an annotation actually. A reference to the Ebony Showcase Lounge Theater in Detroit, Michigan. Sorry. Eminem most likely performed there. He makes a reference to fellow D12 member Danon Porter, Mr. Porter, con artist, who was the producer on his song Open Mic back on Infinite. However, Time is on the original, literally screaming, "Ayo, who the fuck passed you the mic and said that you can flow? Point him out, man. I want to know." Okay, so it sounds like that's a sample from the original I Got You Open. That line.
Uh,
Yeah, so that wasn't Danon.
okay.
Yeah.
Still confused, but okay.
What are you confused about?
Why?
Because it was in the original song. So it's like shit talking. No, so I think the Ebony showcase was real. I think it seems even this annotation it's not clear, right? It sounds like they said the same thing, like, "Oh, I guess they performed there," and then they used it. So I guess they're saying that's like Danon maybe was saying that there, like, "Who the fuck passed you the mic?" Like an insult, like kind of like when they battle rap. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Still confused?
It's fine.
Okay. Then he said, "Never asked you to like my shit from the get. I'd rather ask you to wipe my ass, bitch." So that's funny. Instead of, he's like, "I never asked you to like this."
Yeah.
He said, "You had a nice run. Now take a hike." That's awesome. Run, hike, basically leave. Um, I ever meet my match, I'ma strike that bitch first. Cause on the mic, I gotta represent the real rappers. So yeah, so obviously his opponent, but also match and striking. That's sick. Cause
Sounds
yeah. All right. Because on the mic, I got to represent the real rappers. The real rappers get their motherfucking skills cracking. Word to Buckshot and Drew Ha. Why the fuck not? You don't like it. Suck a cock. Almost forgot. Okay, so Buckshot is the guy singing the chorus. Drew Ha. Okay, let's go forward first. I'm not sure who Drew Ha is, right? But he says, almost forgot. Before I signed with the doc, I almost signed with Duck Down. Okay, so the only reason I know this is again because I was just listening to Hot 97 and they were playing this song. Duck Down is a record label that Buckshot created. Right? So he says, I almost signed with Duck Down because Ruckus didn't make no offers, so motherfuck Loud. So Loud and Ruckus are also labels. They were like labels that, Eminem was thinking of potentially signing. They're not as big, obviously, as like Interscope. So they jerked me around. So what's up now? And then, okay, we'll finish this. I says, wow, how much of an asshole would I sound like rubbing it in and holding some grudge now, but don't front. Yeah, that's very funny. I want to just see who. Okay, Drew Ha Friedman, and Kenyatta Blake Buckshot, who are musicians and co-CEOs of Duck Down Records. No, so he's talking about Loud and Raucous that they fucked with. I mean, technically, Jerk Me Around is technically related to that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're jerking me off, like you're not, fucking with me. Yeah, I mean, the phrase jerk me around technically does relate to that. You know what I mean? All right, let's finish this up. Here we go.
Yo, why you frontin'? You know I got you open, kid.
Late at night, used to catch your bars, couldn't write. Now I write the type of shit to make you wipe or wear diapers, cause you might leave the street. I'm on a street once your wipers couldn't wipe. It's hard to decipher what cipher I might jump in the night, cause I'm hyper or something. Either someone or something is lighting the fire under me. It's breathing new life. It's like I already died once. I guess some people only live twice, and it's funny. My days of being broke was so long ago. I lost all concept of money, but you dimes won't get a fucking nickel from me. Oh shit, I'm down on one knee. I'm having a stroke of genius. Elizabeth, I'm coming to you, honey. From boy to man, and still make a hormone like a thyroid gland. I'm in another category, man. Don't group me up with them pop stars. I never needed a pat on the back to get at a boy. Pen, no offense. Yes, offense. Precedence has been set that'll never get met. Middle finger pressed against Moby's nose. Shout to Obi, the curtains closed on my show.
But never forget that I'm the one you thought wouldn't make it.
You can't take it, oh! Got a whole generation of rappers coming up that are nutty with the flow. But convince me you've heard an MC since me who's this good with the fucking mincing of words. Without mincing words that'll make you feel like I'm pinching a nerve. Who's mentally disturbed, you might as well stick a knife in me and turn. It'll be like my skin being Indian burned. Ah, bitch, there isn't one, when will you learn? Never been served, if memory serves, I'll paddle that till my own recollection remembers these words.
You know I got you open, kid, yo, stop frontin'. You know I got you open. Word life.
So I'm like actually really proud of myself because I actually know the Moby beef.
Yeah.
I actually know, like on my own.
Yeah. That's very funny.
I don't know the beef or like anything.
Yeah, that's funny. So it sounded like they fucked up a few lyrics, so I'm gonna read this last verse from my phone. So he comes in, third verse, he says, late at night, used to catch a buzz, couldn't write. Now I write the type of shit to make you wipe.
Like to make you poop.
Yeah, like you shit yourself, it sounds like, so you gotta wipe.
Okay.
And then he says, but wear diapers, because you might leave a streak. I'm on a streak. Windshield wipers couldn't wipe. So they couldn't wipe away the streak. Yeah. It's hard to decipher what cipher I might jump in tonight because I'm hyper or something. Needing someone or something is lightning. The fire under me is breathing new life. So I mean, that's just a shit talking scheme.
Yeah.
He might get into any type of cipher. I'm hyper or something. Needing someone or something is lightning. So that's a interesting scheme. I'm not sure I completely follow that. I'm hyper or something. Needing someone or something is lightning. So that's possible. And then he says, oh, he didn't finish the line. Got it. Needing someone or something is lightning. This fire under me.
Okay.
Yes, it's breathing new life. It's like I already died once. I guess some people only live twice. So that's funny because he's like, because he already died, so then he's back. So I guess some people only live twice instead of once. And it's funny. My days of being broke were so long ago. I lost all concept of money. So that's funny because he's so rich he doesn't even know how much things cost. Yes, and he doesn't know how much things cost. And then he says, "But you dimes won't get a fucking nickel from me." Yes, so obviously women and then nickel. Um, I'm having a oh shit, I'm down on one knee. I'm having a stroke of genius. Elizabeth, I'm coming to you, honey. So that's a reference to Sanford and Son. Um, he always at Red Fox, he played the one of the characters, and he did this thing where he'd grab his chest. I think in every episode he'd grab his chest and he'd act like he was having like a heart attack or a stroke, and he would talk to like the heavens where his dead wife was, and he'd be like, "Elizabeth, I'm coming to you, honey." Yeah, Sanford and Son. Yeah, it was like old school, like the '70s and shit. That's funny. And then he says, from boy to man, and I still make a hormone like a thyroid gland. Hormones, yeah, but then hormone, that's sick. I'm in another category, man. Don't group me up with them pop stars. I never needed a pat on the back to get at a boy band.
That's so crazy. Like to get at a boy, like usually that's what people say when like you're doing something good.
Yes.
But then like to get at a
Boy
boy band.
band. Yeah, that's funny. Then he says, no offense, yes offense. Precedence has been set that'll never get met. Middle finger pressed against Moby's nose.
I know why. I'm gonna tell you guys. You know. So from the song, what is the song where Eminem says nobody listens to techno?
No, it's over. Nobody is it without me?
I think so.
Because yeah, I think
Moby
yeah.
he didn't like that. And then I don't know.
So I think Moby started it. I think he said made a comment about Eminem and like, oh, I don't like what he raps about and something like that, and that's how it started.
I thought it was just like being he was kind of techno. And then Moby got pissed off.
Well, no. So in that line, he mentions Obi. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. The line is, and Moby, you could get stomped by Obi. You 36-year-old bald-headed fag, blow me. It's over. Let go. You're too old. Nobody listens to techno. So they already had their beef at that point.
Just because Moby didn't like it.
I think he didn't like his violent or like homophobic, whatever it was. I think that's what started it. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Understand why I'm beef with it. If anyone watched the Netflix special for Woodstock 99, Moby is literally being filmed looking at the list of all of the bands there and just constantly talking about how he's more well known than everybody on the list. And he starts naming each band. There's like 30 bands on the list.
Well, he was
It's just
upset that
he's more famous than
well, he was upset that his name was smaller than them. Yeah.
but it's like
Yeah, so then he goes right on to shouts to Obi, the curtain closed on my show. So he says Moby and then Obi, because again, in the song, in Moby, you could get stomped by Obi.
did he get beef with Moby just said
No, so again, Moby started it. And then so the curtains closed on my show, but never forget that I'm the one you thought that wouldn't make it. So that was actually a sample from the original song. Um, then he says, "You can't take it." Oh, got a whole generation of rappers coming up that are nutty with the flow, but convince me you've heard. Let me make sure we're on the same page. But convince me you've heard an MC since me who's as good with the fucking mincing of words without mincing words. This is where we were. Okay, yeah. So that's a sick line.
yeah,
With
it's
the-
like not destroying the words, like
Destroying them.
getting working to his advantage.
Yes, that'll make you feel like I'm pinching a nerve. So carrying on that. That's sick. And then he says, "Who's as mentally disturbed? You might as well stick a knife in me and turn. It'll be like my skin being Indian burned. Ha! Bitch, there isn't one. When will you learn? Never been served. If memory serves, I'd battle that till my own recollection remembers these words." That's a sick way to end the song. So there's other mentions of Moby, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I believe I like Southside. There's one other song by him I like. There's one other song by him I like too. Maybe it's called Go, I think. I don't know. Yeah. But so I like how he carried on the whole scheme of like convince me you've heard, mincing of words, blah blah blah, and then he finishes with haha bitch, there isn't one, when will you learn? Like he did this long thing and then answered it. And then never been served if memory serves, so serve. I'll battle that till my own recollection remembers these words. And then I got you open, kid. Stop fronting. I know I got you open. Word life. All right.
So
Don't front.
it's very good, like very impressive with the verses and the rhyme schemes that were going on there. And it's cool that he used such like an old school beat and did more of like an old school rap style. So it was really good.
Yeah, I agree. Again, I don't really know this song. Again, so I'm 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 hard pressed to say that I've never heard an Eminem song. You know what I mean? Because I like used to be like very very obsessed. But I don't know this like that. So if I've ever heard it, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know it. Um, so yeah, it says "Don't Front" is used by Eminem to pay homage and remind people of the real rappers. Oh, one might notice that every first line of each verse is an homage to the original. So that I didn't know. So the way he started each verse was
Is the way that the other ones started.
yeah,
That's so cool.
yeah, that is cool.
That is really
Yes.
cool. All right. Well, don't forget to like and subscribe. Go to SeatGeek and Chomps. Use our promo code. Check out our Amazon storefront. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
We'll see. Bye.
Bye.